Good afternoon, no, good evening everyone, and welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia, on Wurundjeri Woiwurrung traditional land for the CCM National Women's Tournament 2024. This will be game number game number 6, the third game of this evening, and it is the clash between the Shanialators and the West Australian Ice Quokkas. The Quokkas, fresh from a 4-0 win over the Adelaide Hidden Gems, very effective in that game at all. Watch out for Annie Labour, who was particularly effective. Bobby Clark with a couple of rippers, and generally the Western Australian Ice Quokkas had a very good game indeed. The Shanialators, on the other hand, overnight they played against the Melbourne Furies and lost 0-2. But, a little bit unfortunate on a couple of occasions. Nikki Bosman will hopefully feature this evening for them, as well as look out for Matilda Jennings and also Alex de Bordeley to be effective, and Alexander Longhouse, who is always an absolute tiger on the ice. So it will be an interesting clash indeed. Lily Kaler in the net for the Melbourne Shanialators, and in the net for the West Australian Ice Quokkas, the Victorian ring-in in Eleanor Watson. Watson with a shutout a little bit earlier in that 4-0 game where they beat the Hidden Gems. Can she get another shutout tonight and rack them up? Or can the Shanialators get some pucks through the net and do some damage? Only time will tell, and the game will be underway very shortly. Just a few more seconds to go before we get going. The West Australian team now a bit more fatigued. They've already played one game this evening, and it was only an hour ago, so they may be tired. The Shanialators, on the other hand, well, they're fresh. They did play yesterday evening though. It'd just be one game, but it was the late game. It was at 9:50, so wouldn't have got home till 1 o'clock in the morning. And if you've ever played this game, you know that it takes a while to recover from the adrenaline and the stress of it all. So who knows what sort of a good night's sleep they got, combined with the day at work and all those sorts of fun things. So the Shanialators may be carrying some fatigue into today's game as well. But certainly the Quokkas have already played not that long ago, so we'll see how they recover. If they can keep the intensity up and play at the same level of intensity that they played against the Hidden Gems, in which case they will be a very potent threat indeed. We just were very privileged to watch an absolute thrill of a game prior to this. It was between the Central Coast Stingrays and the Melbourne Reds. It was all tied up until 30 seconds to go, when a goal was just snuck through in stop time at the end. The Stingrays taking that one over the defending champions, the Reds, 2-1, in a game that could have gone either way. The Quokkas slowing down, taking their time. Everyone else kind of ready to go, but the Ice Quokkas taking their time coming out here. Maybe they're on WA time. So not quite 3 hours and 30 years ago in Perth. But we're about to get underway now at iceHQ in a Reservoir. Puck's dropped and we're underway. Puck face-off won by the Quokkas, but only as far as the defence for the Shanialators and Matilda Jennings, who dumps it in deep. Coming in to pick it now for the Shanialators to Bordeley after a little bit of a mid-ice collision, but it's gone for icing. The puck will come back. If you're not familiar with the icing rule, if you play the puck on your half of the rink, so your side of the line in the middle, and it crosses the goal line at the other end without anyone touching it, that's called icing, and you're brought back for a defensive zone face-off. You're not allowed to change as well if you're the defending team. No one really winning that face-off at all. It bubbled across fairly innocuously, but it's picked up now by the Quokkas in the hands of the very potent Madeline Antle, who has been very effective so far for that team. Comes up to Labour. She drives the puck in. Around the back of the net, trying to go the wrap around the Quokkas, but the puck comes up instead to Lay, who loses it in the footing, but Longhouse clears the puck out, but only as far as Stenval, who dumps it in deep, forcing the Shanialators to go in and play the puck out of the rink. They're not able to get it past the forecheck of the West Australians in Antle. Antle skates around behind the net, keeping the puck alive, races over now to get a change. Zook's coming in for the Quokkas on the pinch. And now it's picked up by the Quokkas, trying to put the puck across the front of the net. Zook's now just couldn't quite keep it in. She's a bit disappointed. You can see a grimace on her face, but she'll go back and get the puck. But it's got to go for icing. And you can see there the Shanialators trying to get a change, but you can't. You can't get a change there. Sorry, Sale, you have to stay on the ice. So if you ice the puck in these rules, so proper international ice hockey rules, no changing on an icing. So a bit more fatigue. That's the sting in the tail for the team in the defence. Blasting through, trying to get a shot away from the face-off. But luckily for them, making it safe, Lily Kayla was, I think that might have been Bobby Clark, who had a fantastic game earlier, getting 2 lovely goals. Puck runs across the front. Matilda Jennings racing over to pick it up for the Shanialators. Tries to remove it around the back, but only gets it as far as Nab for the Quokkas. Nab going into the corner. She's got Parker floating around trying to make space, but Parker was being watched closely by Jennings. They're racing in on the pinch to try and pick the puck up. Stenval. So not Stenval, Zooks. And now just getting a cheeky backhand across in front of the net was Clark, but it is swallowed up by Lily Kayla in net for the Shanialators, and the Shanialators can get the change that they wanted, fresh legs. And make their way out, but they've got a pretty decent line to have to play against now. The face-off being taken for the Quokkas by Bron, and she chips the puck through, manages to get possession, tries to put it in the slot, but it only makes it as far as a defender. Shot taken across the front, loose puck, bodies all over the place. Another backhander going in by forward. So that was it. Just forwards, and the Shanialators have scored the goal. And that's come from Olofsson. You'll see that on the replay. Olofsson with some nice positioning, goes around, loops around the back of the net, gets some space. Nice forehand shot. Not much Kayla could do about that one. Went over her right shoulder. And I think that might be Olofsson's first goal of the tournament. Certainly sounds like it. So we have a 1-goal-0 lead with 11 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first. Picking it up now for the Quokkas Savitas. Savitas being pressed tightly though by the forechecking pressure of the Shanialators. They managed to clear the puck out of the zone. And it's picked up by the, unfortunately for her, offside Olofsson. Across the line and the puck came out and she was just trapped. And we'll have a face-off just outside the offensive zone for the Quokkas. Shanialators getting a quick change. Referee Snowy drops the puck, run away, chipping the puck through was McNabb. She couldn't quite get onto it. It was a good opportunity, but the puck came out of the zone. Coe still offside, hasn't worked it out yet. Now she's onside. Took a little while, but we got there. Now the puck comes through. It's dumped through into attack by McNabb. Coe now going into the corner, but being pressed tightly. Puts the puck across the front. Save forced to be made there by Kayla. And now the puck in the corner for the ducking and diving, twisting and turning West Australian Ice Quokkas. Players just losing the feet as eventually McNabb gets the puck across into the slot, but there was a body there taking care of it for the Shanialators in Jennings. Jennings did a good job of keeping that one under control. And now it's picked up and rimmed around the back of the net by Stenval. McNabb putting more pressure on the attacking players there again for the Quokkas as Stenval once more reverses it. Now playing it up and all the way down to the other end will go for icing. Was, I think, the guilty party there, and that one was Antil, but might not have necessarily seen that there was no one there to receive the pass, has dumped it down, but it closed it all the way down. So now the Quokkas have to deal with the sin of icing. And the a little slow to change, but they get out there in the end, the Shanialators get themselves organised. Face off won by the Quokkas in the end. It's Stenval who rims it around the back of the net on the backhand. It's picked up by who? By Coe, sorry, Coe driven into the corner though. Can she do anything with it? It's Labour who comes through the corner. Puck's bobbling around in front of the net. Labour trying to find some space. He's free at the moment. The puck bobbles out from behind the net, looking to cut off the options. Puck comes across the front. It's Clark who is racing into the corner for the Quokkas. Gets the puck into the slot, but it's picked up by Longhouse. Managing to get a sticky in the way, and this time Longhouse chips it up the boards, gets it past Antil, but it's cleaned up by the rock-solid Stenval, who makes it absolutely safe. Longhouse now trying to pick the puck up. She was being pressed tightly by Bobby Clark. Instead it ends up with DeBortley trying to find a choice. She almost got robbed of the puck by her own teammate there in Longhouse. Sure if it was a deliberate pass or otherwise, but it's Jennings now trying to get past everyone and leaves the puck behind. And now here come the Quokkas. It's Bobby Clark who's racing down the side, trying to find an option. She's got with her loose in the slot, Parker. Puck comes up high, it's shot by Nab. Puck still bobbling around in the front. It's chaos in the goal mouth. Lily Kayla makes it safe. Parker, Nab and Bobby Clark have been very effective as line mates throughout this tournament so far. We've seen some great play from them and a couple of good goals. So the Shanialators will have their work cut out to keep them from partying on in the goal mouth. Clark back in to take the face off. Wins that one nicely back to Zooks, but Zooks can't control it because he didn't get to her in time. But she did manage to keep it in on the line. So Shanialators trying very hard to break the puck out, but they were denied. It's picked up now for the Shanialators. And racing down through the middle of the ice was Bosman. Bosman couldn't quite get enough on it. That's in Bosman, that's Jamesis. And now breaking the puck out around the back of the net. Clark looks up ice, tries to find a connection. Was looking for the stick of Nab, but couldn't quite get it, and it will go for icing. And it'll be brought back again. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first. 1 goal to the Quokkas from 11 shots on the net as the scorer sees it. Shanialators with 1 shot, no goals so far. The goal in that period was to Olofsson. Looks like it was an unassisted. It bounced off a bunch of traffic. And it was her first one for the tournament, as well as the Quokkas now look to play it safely up the boards. Instead, they rim it around the back. Another good option. Parker battling on the boards, trying to clear the puck up. Stuck in a tussle on the boards. You see the 2 players there battling for it, but it's in the end cleared out by the Quokkas who get the puck clear. Jennings trying to do something with it, but it ends up back down deep in for the Quokkas defence. Looking up for options, but passing up the ice is the Quokkas. And it's picked up now by Braun, who has some room in front of her. In the end, though, poke checked, but still has the puck, Braun. But a nice piece of poke checking work there by Hudson, who managed to take the puck away from her. And now it's still in the hands of the Quokkas, but in the last line of defence, going cross ice, and it gets picked, surprise, surprise, was forward. But those cross ice passes out of D, you will pay. Forward now being pressed again. The puck comes across through the defensive zone, but this time for the Quokkas, they do manage to break it out. Jennings with a pinch, but it comes back as far as McAllis, who puts the puck deep in. And now a little battle on the boards as Longhouse will go to put some more pressure on the Quokkas. They break it out this time successfully. 3 wide as they cross the blue line. They get the shot on from a distance, but it goes harmlessly wide of the net. Kayla watching that one behind her. Puck comes up to Olofsson. Olofsson takes on Longhouse. They collide. Longhouse trying to do something with it, but Olofsson gets the puck back to her D partner. They manage to stay on side. Just getting back in time was Braun. Braun dumps it in. Will get a change. As the clearance out of D, just fluffed there a little bit by the Shanialators defence. McAllis just moving back, waiting for the puck, and she was pinched in front of by the very enterprising forward. Forward the name, not forward the position. But we might see a penalty there, and we will absolutely, for either a cross check or a body check or an interference. We will wait and see what it is. But making way over to the penalty box is Lydia Robertson, who will be sitting 2 for naughtiness, which will give the iceHQ the first numerical advantage of the game. They will be 5 on 4 for 2 minutes or less if they score a goal. Puck cleared out almost, but playing the puck across the front there, the Quokkas racing in now to pick it up, Lieber. But she's dispossessed. Trying to clear the puck out of the zone is DeBorderly, who gets the puck out of the zone. It's exactly what they needed her to do. McNabb plays the puck back, finding the capable hands of Stenval. Stenval had plenty of time, but just elected to rim the puck around the back of the net instead. They play cross ice this time, and this time they get away with it though. I do like these cross ice passes out of D. Can't help but think that it's a very risky choice. But just jamming the brakes on in the corner now. Shot taken by McNabb, but it bounces off bodies before it gets there. Just a little bit slow to get rid of the puck there to Borderly. She had time to clear the puck. They need to clear the puck out of the zone, the Shanialators, and they do in the end. And that's cleared out nicely as they race over to get a change, get fresh legs on for this penalty kill. They want to get it quickly. Can't afford to dawdle when they do it, as the Quokkas will make them pay. Staying onside, just the shot taken in by Stenval. Goes around the back to pick up, put it in the slot. She was looking for the connection with McNabb. McNabb was there, couldn't quite make it happen. Forward dumps it back in. Stenval just lost her stick, didn't quite realise the puck was coming to her. Gets a little backhander across, goes past Kayla and trickles into the net. Goal scored by Annika Stenval. And you can see here on the replay, it just trickled through. She didn't get much on it. It was enough to just get through the 5-hole. If we see it from the top-down camera, it'll be clearer. You can see this. Stenval gets goes into the corner. Kayla trying to do something about it, and it just dribbles through between under the skate blade and the net. Not much on that at all, but a bit of a technical issue for a goaltender, shutting down that, closing that post. But it's 2 goals now to the Quokkas, 1 on the power play. And coming in again, this time it's Bobby Clark who goes into the corner. She's got Hudson with her. Hudson takes the puck off her in the end, gets the puck up as far as McAllis. McAllis clears it all the way down the other end, but they're not on the penalty kill anymore. The goaltender for the Ice Quokkas, Watson, comes out and plays it, nullifying the icing. They look to play the puck up ice. Picking in there, going in to pick it up there, Jennings for the Shanialators, and going in now, McAllis. But McAllis leaves the puck behind. It's picked up by the Quokkas, looking up ice with time. Standing still with a lot of time there to make decisions, but the puck comes out of the zone. All of the Shanialators trapped offside as Longhouse was making her way back. Just jamming on the brakes there was Parker, is racing in the corner. Parker now with a chance. She's circling around trying to get the puck onto her forehand. Loops around with lots of room. Now she's got all the time and space in the world. Hands the puck off instead and puts the puck into the slot. Goes through everyone. Kayla manages to get enough on it to deflect it out into the corner. Parker had a great chance there. Maybe she wasn't quite aware of how much room that she had. But now she's got another chance digging away at the puck. Kayla's trying to shut it down. The referee in the end sees that he's lost sight of the puck. And the game will stop and the whistle will blow. 2 goals, the lead to the Quokkas with 30 seconds to play in the first. 14 shots on the net for them. The Shanialators with 3 shots on the net as the scorer sees it. It's only counted as a shot if the scorer thinks the puck would have gone in the net if the goalie hadn't made the save. So a goalie can make what they think is a save. Wasn't going to go in, doesn't count. And it's all about the perspective of the scorers. We don't have a camera going back to Toronto to verify things. Certainly not here. But with just 8 seconds to play in the first, it's going to come up to Zooks on the point, who looks, shoots through traffic. Puck goes high, sticks waving around like we're all playing lacrosse. But the horn will blow and the period will end. And at the end of the first, it is Quokkas 2, 1 to Olofsson and 1 to Stenval. Shanialators yet to score. Shanialators yet to score throughout the series so far. They want to break that one if they can. A 2-goal lead at the end of the first to the WA Ice Quokkas. A nice play by Bobby Clark, very enterprising as we've seen throughout the tournament so far. Clark is an absolute ball of energy and makes position particularly well. Parker too, ineffective in getting into position. At one point there, Parker had a lot of time and space, probably didn't realise quite how much space she had. She did a beautiful turn, looked around and there was no one near her and elected to pass instead of take the shot. You're not paying for Boston. Get shots on the net, yeah. But maybe she just didn't realise how much time that she had. It was all the time and space you could possibly want. Jess Ford has done all right too in that period for the Quokkas. But what we've seen for the Shanialators, I'll get there eventually, has been some nice play by Alex de Borderly. And Matilda Jennings has done particularly well in defence, holding up keeping the West Australians out of the net as much as she possibly can. It's good battles in the slot. We want to see if they can create some attacking opportunities. They'll need to really start to see their forwards shine and start to move. As we've seen how fast the West Australian team is, the Ice Quokkas have some feet and they have some wheels. And the Shanialators will need to keep up with them in order to be competitive in this game. Taking the face-off for the Shanialators is Nikki Bosman. Came up through our development program here just a few years ago, so she's very, very new to the game, only been playing for about 2 years. Still quite a lot of hockey, but it's only 2 years of time. Going in now to put some pressure on forward, who wisely chips the puck around the back. She knew the pressure was there from De Bortoli. Now the puck will be played up ice. It's picked up by Savitas. Savitas looks up ice, finding the goal scorer from earlier, Olofsson. Olofsson runs into traffic, gets the puck past it. Now has a bit of room. Tries to get a shot away. Fans on Olofsson with another chance. Puck loose in the slot though. It's cleared out by the Shanialators. Picked up by Ford, who races back, trying to do something constructive with it. Looks up ice, finds a teammate. All crossing the blue line, staying on side, racing in to get into the slot. Edwards looking for the option. Edwards end up with the puck. It goes across to the half boards, looking for that option, trying to put the puck into the slot. Nobody's there for anyone at the moment. Everyone's staying a little bit wide, but seeing the opportunity there is Olofsson, who moves in, but then skates away from the slot. Quokkas with no one in the slot at the moment, so the Shanialators not quite sure who they need to defend on. Maybe that might be the plan. Puck now ridden into the corner. Olofsson picks up the puck, cycles around, has a bit of a room, has a bit of a look, puts the puck into the slot, but too many bodies in the way. Shanialators not quite able to clear the puck out. Another chance for them, still not able to clear the puck out. Third time is a charm, and they get the puck out of the zone, racing towards to try and pick it up. Is a desperate lunge by Robertson, but the rest of Australian Quokkas will clear the puck out of the zone eventually, and it is just driven out as the Shanialators all offside while waiting for De Bortoli to get back on side. Skating around, getting around the outside of everyone now. Savitas with 1-2, just chip the puck through. She gets the puck into the feet of Coe with a good move. Puck into the slot and a goal. Just a little chip and a tip. See, the pass comes across to the slot on the replay. That's the benefit of having that player in the slot. Sometimes you just get to just tip the puck over the top. Hopefully we will see that on the replay. I'm not sure if we'll see it here at the moment, but it was a lovely little tip in. Not much on it, but it didn't need it. It just caught Kayla out of position. Kayla had to watch the puck coming across, and when you get that last second change of direction, very little a goaltender can do about it. The Quokkas out to a 3-0 lead with 12.5 minutes to go in the second. Playing it up the ice, Jennings tries to find Longhouse. Longhouse battling for it, but in the end it's taken by McNabb for the Quokkas. McNabb's efforts, however, thwarted briefly, but now she's got the puck on her backhand, puts the puck across, but finds Jennings instead. Jennings looks up ice, tries to clear it, but doesn't get it out of the zone. Shot taken from a distance. Kayla sees it harmlessly into the corner. And now it's rimmed around the back by the Shanialators. Racing in to try and pick it up, McAllis. She can't do much with it. And now the puck ends up with Liebert. Liebert puts the puck across the front, looking for another enterprising little tip in, but it won't go. So Lay now tries to clear the puck up, but she's got to get around the very capable hands of Stenval, who just reverses the puck back down into the corner for the Quokkas. Now here comes Longhouse up the middle with a little bit of room. She's watched closely by Clark, and he's denied the puck. Clark now skates around the back of the net looking for choices. Sees that she's opened up one side. However, she couldn't quite make the connection. Longhouse now with a shot from a distance. Watson sees it off her pads. Tries to scoop it back again. A little bit of indecision there by Watson. But fortunately for them, the puck dumped hard out of the zone by Annika Stenval, who puts the puck well out of any danger. Parker now with the puck for the Quokkas, looking for an option. Scott Stenval calling for it from the point, but didn't need it. Another shot across the front of the net, and it gets past Kayla. And we'll see this one on the replay. It's a beautiful pass across the front. Racing in to get it, Clark. Clark just has to put it through the 5-hole. Got that goalie moving, they have to open up. And Clark gets that one from a beautiful shot across the net by Stenval. Sorry, not Stenval, that was Parker, I think, who got that pass across, and it will all be made clear in the fullness of time on the scoring system. We're underway again as the puck played up through the ice by the Shanialators, who are now out to a 4-0 lead with 10.5 minutes to go in the second. Just a little bit of indecision in defence there by Zukas, but it's taken away by Clark now, who has one to beat and plenty of room. She goes wide, gets onto a forehand, backhand, shoots and scores. We saw Clark, we saw Bobby Clark do that twice in the previous game, get that space, create an option, and then go left, right, until the goalie commits. and then just go over the opposite shoulder, and she's just done it again beautifully for a 5th goal for the Quokkas with 9 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the second. It's starting to open up. It's not looking too good for the Shanialators. Can they get one on the net? They ideally like to get themselves a goal and shut down any further attacks. But we've just seen Bobby Clark score her 3rd one of the day. And in the same style, she gets that beautiful breakaway. And, it's got a pretty handy shot on her, it's fair to say. They'll try and play the puck up the ISO, but it's fired in on the net by the Shanialators, but beaten to the puck Hudson, and it's Edwards now with some room. Same option, goes wide, gets a shot away. Kayla gets a pad in the way and drives it into the corner. Wasn't going to go in anyway, but the pad save important. It deflected the puck somewhere safe. Now the puck up high in the front. The shot in is taken by Olafson, but it won't go. Kayla got in the way of that one too. In the end, the referee will blow it up. Kayla has the puck, and we will have a stoppage. 8 minutes and 58 seconds to play in the second. Quokkas 20 shots for 5 goals. Shanialators 4 shots for none so far. They will be pretty keen to break the drought and get one on the net. Can't help but think that if they can get a couple of half-decent shots on Eleanor Watson, they might just get one through. But they've got to get there and get the shots on first. And we've seen the West Australian defence is fast and determined. And that's important. So if you can't get a good shot away, it's very hard to score goals. This is fairly obvious, but regardless. Now the West Australians trying to get another option on Lily Kayla and take another one past her. Some good physical defence there, Longhouse, but they're digging away in the slot. The referee says, I'll have that, thanks. And we will have another stoppage and a face-off. On the defensive zone face-offs for the Shanialators, you can see there the loose puck did actually go in the net, but I think by that stage the referee had already blown it up. So it looks like a goal. And the referee has called it none, and it's not. Face-off now for the Quokkas. They win it to their point. Bit of a tussle for position in front of the net. Won by no one in particular. Just floating there looking dangerous. Antle, you know how powerful she can be. She hasn't scored one yet today. Pretty keen to do so. Maybe she's keeping her powder dry and saving it for when they play against the Reds or the Central Coast. We'll certainly see that. As cycling around now into the slot, Savitas. Savitas looking for a chance. Just kind of keep movement. High puck comes in, manages to get a stick on it. Tries to get a forehand, gets a shot, but it goes into traffic and it's saved by Kayla. Now, DeBortley trying to clear the puck out of the zone, but runs into black and yellow jerseys, but now with some room. She's robbed by forward. The forward hands the puck over to Savitas, who cycles around looking. She's got to get around Lay. Lay puts some pressure on her, but she finds Parker on the stretch. Parker tries to dig the puck deep, but Longhouse gets in the way. Lay backs into everything. Parker still trying to find a chance and looked up the ice for Bobby Clark, but Clark managed to at least put enough forward momentum onto the puck that Nab now in the corner with a battle, but it races over to the other side, and it's now Savitas trying to put the puck across the front. It bobbles high. Clark moving around in a threatening position, high slot, just cycling around. Longhouse sees the threat and shuts it down. Leahy now gets the puck and clears it out of the zone just. Clark trying desperately to get back and fixes it up and then passes the puck back to her D in Stenvale, who looks up ice, tries to find a choice, finds Parker. Parker fanned on the receive. Bobby now with it. Bobby Clark finds Parker. Parker driving in. Back to Bobby. Bobby loses it on a skate. Gets a stick on it though. Keeps the puck in. But the Shanialators will lose the puck, clear the puck out of the zone as Lieber now puts it in deep. But beaten on the post, on the fence is Lieber, and the puck goes back to Stenvale, who dumps it around the corner. She had more time there than maybe she realised. Not able to clear the puck out of the zone though was Parker. Chucked the puck across the ice and racing through to get it Clark. She'll get there first, but she's got 3 bodies around her, and we're going to have that will just be an icing. Clark was trying to win the race to get to the puck. Nope, we've got a hooking penalty. And it looks like it's going to be Natasha Hudson who will be sitting 2 for hooking. Look like maybe they scraped off the icing, but Hudson will sit 2. 2 minutes in the naughty box for Natasha Hudson. And we will get a power play for the Quokkas with 5 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the second. Shanialators 0 from 4 shots. Quokkas 5 from 22. Clark continues to look threatening every time she gets near the puck. We haven't really seen much from Maddie Antle yet. Can't help but think it's just a matter of time. Puck cleared out of the zone by the Shanialators. Mikowski content to let it go. Now it's picked up by Edwards, who takes the puck into the corner. Going around the back, Braun trying to find Edwards. Edwards free on the side. It comes up high. It's picked up by Mikowski. Mikowski, with a bit of time, winds it through, but it bounces off the feet of one of the Shanialators' legs. Now they want to clear the zone if they can, and they do. It's not a very deep pass, but it doesn't need to be. You just got to turn them around. Picking the pass up, Zirks dumps the puck across, trying to find Olofsson. Went high and over his shoulder. Now picking it up is Edwards. Edwards goes into the corner with the puck under a lot of pressure. Runs into two bodies. Puck loose in the slot. It comes up high. It's picked up by Zirks, who takes a shot. It bounces off everything. It's deflected wide. Going the wraparound chance now as Olofsson comes across again, but the Shanialators send the puck all the way to Moe. 1 minute to go on the Hudson penalty. 4 minutes to go in the second period. The Quokkas get a change. They've got fresh legs. I'm not sure that the Shanialators took the chance when they had it to get a change. Still on the ice, quite a number of them, but they do clear the puck out of the zone and at least get one opportunity to get a change as Jennings races off for fresh legs. Having to come back now quickly, carrying the puck in Jenny Coe. Coe goes into the corner, brings the puck back up. McNabb dumps it back into the corner. Just on 30 seconds to play in the penalty on Hudson. McAllis gets a stick on it and just breaks up the rhythm as Ford chips the puck in deep. Now it's picked up by Antle, who tries to put the puck across the front. It won't go. Too many bodies in the way. Puck loose in the front and the shot taken, but the shot saved by Lily Kayla. Shot taken there by Braun, sorry. No, that was Antle who got the shot, but it wouldn't go. And we will have, on the drop of the puck, Hudson will be back on the ice. Now this is where the West Australian team want to be a little bit careful. Hudson comes straight on the ice behind the play. If they're not aware of the fact that she's there, they might just, Eleanor Watson's dragging a stick trying to let them know. I'm not sure the West Australians are aware that she's coming. Hudson comes onto the ice and right behind Savitas. I'm not sure that Savitas was necessarily aware that she was there. Now she's come back into defence. Might have been a nice idea there for Natasha to stay high and call for a stretch pass and get behind them. You never know. Sometimes it pays. But not this time. It's too late for that now, and the puck is cleared out of the zone and no ice on it. As Watson comes out to play the puck, it's picked up by Ford, who has a lot of time and space, has a bit of a look. Elects to chip the puck up, finds Bobby Clark with a bit of room. Puts the puck across to Parker. Parker takes it into the corner. Clark and Nab racing into the slot. Clark sitting there with a stick on the ice, waiting for the puck to come across. It's loose. Clark gets a shot. Kayla makes the save. Kayla makes another save. She's got the stick out. Puck comes loose, but it's cleared out by Longhouse, but only as far as Ford, who fires in a clapper from the blue line. But it doesn't get through the bodies. Now picking it up and trying to get away with it is Jamesis. Jamesis put it across for Longhouse. Longhouse has been on the ice for a long time. Ford now for the Quokkas. Bobby Clark gets there as well, and she plays the puck across. And now looking for the overlapping line, but it doesn't come. Going around the back of the net instead is Parker. Parker reverses, still looking for Bobby Clark. Clark now with a bit of room. Got Savitas coming with her as well. Savitas with the puck through the middle. Crosses the line nicely, gets the entry to the zone, circles around, makes some space, hits the brakes and creates a bit of time, but the puck comes out of the zone and the West Australians caught offside. They'll have to reset. Comes back to Parker again, who elects to play across ice, finding her D partner in Labour. Labour dumps the puck up, finds Clark again. Clark tries to get around the defence. Leaves the puck behind though. 1 minute to go in the second. As the puck being paid up the ice now by Robertson. Robertson denied by Stenval. Stenval now just reverses, makes itself some time. Rims it hard around the net, looking for Labour. Finds the connection, looking for Bobby Clark as well. Clark's racing in to put some pressure on the Shanialators. And now it's Parker racing through into the middle, finds some room and shoots. Kayla makes the first save, rebound, drops into, sweeps the puck into the corner. We've got just 25 seconds to play in the period as it's picked up now by Stenval, who has time. Loses the puck on a cross-ice pass looking for Parker, but it was intercepted by the legs of Robertson that got in the way. The puck bobbling around in the middle of the zone. Now it's picked up by Gagnon. Gagnon chasing Parker. Parker with a little bit more speed, gets away, looks up ice, sees I've got 4 seconds, can I get a shot? Gets around the defence. She's got one more chance to shoot. She waits, and she's just a little bit late on the shot, fractions of a second in it, but it didn't matter because Kayla made the save anyway. Lovely glove save there. At the end of the second, we have 5 goals from 25 shots for the Quokkas. The Shanialators, 4 shots on the net as the scorer sees it. 4 none so far. They're yet to break the ice. The Shanialators, they'd love to get one this period if they possibly can and get themselves into this game. Much better period for them through this. There are a team that hasn't played at all together. They've got a very competent coach in Heath Tennant looking after them. They'll be working on just getting basic structure happening. If they can get that happen and make structure out of chaos, they get themselves in with a chance to at least be very hard to score against. And that's really the first thing you want to be as a hockey team. If you can be hard to score against, then life becomes a lot easier. It's pretty hard to score. If you need to score 5 goals to win a game, that's a big ask. If you only need to score 1, it's a lot easier. Well, that's how it seems anyway on paper. It's different when you're playing the game. But we will see how this one goes in the third. The Shanialators playing the Quokkas. Quokkas with a 5 goals to nil lead. Our next game tonight will be at 9:40 p.m. and it will be the Adelaide Hidden Gems against the Stingrays. That will be a cracker as well. Really looking forward to see how the Stingrays recover from their earlier 2-1 thriller over the Melbourne Reds. Can they extend their run and put themselves on top of the ladder, or can the Hidden Gems take one from them? Only time will tell on that, but we won't know that for another hour and a quarter. In the meantime, we've still got this game to go, and it is just about to get underway. The Shanialators and the Quokkas, the third period. Can the Shanialators get one in the net? Nicky Bosman trying to look across towards McAllis. Hey, I'm going to give you the puck if you can get it. See if they can make a play out of the face-off. Bosman, pretty handy centre. And she came up through our development program here. And she wins that face-off by just tucking the puck through, trying to make it into a run. Goes in hard, tries to put some pressure onto Edwards. Edwards, though, chips the puck through and gets past Leahy. But leaves the puck behind and is caught offside. And now it'll be dumped in by Edwards. Puck comes out, though, and it's picked up by Zooks. Zooks sees all their players still offside. And now it's picked up by Bosman, who's trying to find some option here. Manages to puck handle in the phone booth, but unfortunately for her, there's just too many black and yellow jerseys around. Puck comes across the front, very nearly tipped in there by Olofsson. Couldn't quite get enough on it. Olofsson rims it around the back of the net, trying to find a connection. Finds the point D in Zooks. But it's stolen by Hudson, but Hudson robbed again of the puck. Turning around and shooting from a distance was Braun, but it went wide as the Shanialators will pick it up and try and clear it out of the zone. Not getting an awful lot on that clearance, though. They get a shot across the front now, the Quokkas. And racing in to pick it up, Zooks. Zooks loses sight momentarily of the puck. It's still down to defeat. The puck is cleared out, but it's picked up now by Edwards, who has plenty of room. Dumps it in the corner and races over to get a change. Fresh legs on for the Quokkas. Hudson for the Shanialators manages to get a bit of speed up and gets past 2. Runs into her own player, though, unfortunately for her, and then the puck reversed around. And just the 1 D back for the Shanialators. Hudson on a run. Hudson on a rush. She's got to turn around and keep track of the game. Dervish now dumps the puck deep. But that's going to go for icing. No, the referee waves off the icing. And the Quokkas will break the puck out again. But pinching in there, Longhouse just trying to keep the puck in. Managed to get past Coe. Puts the puck back into the zone. But the Quokkas back in numbers. Now they clear the puck out and they're away. But stolen there by Genesis. Genesis going in the corner. Gets a backhand across. Tries to get it onto Watson. Watson covering up the post. Doesn't get through to her anyway at this time. Another shot attempted, but body's getting in the way by the Quokkas. Just not letting any quality shots get in by the Shanialators. Nice work there by McNabb, just keeping good pressure on Longhouse. Longhouse puts the puck into the slot, but it's picked up by the Quokkas. And here comes Ford going into the corner. He's got Coe in the slot as well. Coe loses sight of it. Puck is bobbling around, but it's picked up by Lily Kayla, who makes it safe. Kayla has had a great game. She's leading a few goals, but she's had a lot of saves and a lot of shots on her and been under a lot of pressure so far. 12 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the third. 5 goals to the Quokkas. None yet to the Shanialators. For whom the twain shall meet. It's for you, Gossie. Bobby Clark waiting to get organised while the Shanialators just run the clock down. And we will get underway very shortly. And the puck played through by Jamesis, and the puck is now out through the zone. With Stenval just doing a little bit of interference, but getting away with it. Lieber had a track at it. Nab tries to get a shot across. Comes to Parker. Parker puts a shot on, goes high. Kayla loses sight of it after it bounced off her. Then she saw it, picked it up, and froze it. And no goal, but a good chance there for the Quokkas. They've had a lot of good chances, it's fair to say. Kayla has made the saves most of the time when she's needed to. Clark now will take the face off and wins it. It's picked up and shot on the net by Lieber, but it bounces off sticks and bodies and ends up hitting the net. And we will have another reset. Quick changes being made by the Shanialators. We'll just wait for them to get themselves on side. Puck came across the front, very nearly a connection there for Parker. She's in great position to get the shot away. She dekes around one, she's got a little bit of room, gets around another. Puck goes into the corner with her though. She's looking for the slot. She's got Nab loose if she can get to her. Nab being covered up now though. Now Parker skates around circling, trying to create some space. Now finding some room. Clark couldn't quite get enough on it. It was a beautiful pass. Clark still waiting there in the slot for the puck as Stenval does the job. And now Clark with a wrap around, trying to find some space. Parker, that was, sorry. Puck still loose. Puck digging away. Kayla unable to get control of it. And the West Australians are calling it for a goal. Kayla not sure and the referee's unsure, so we might see on the replay exactly what happened there. If we get a top down on it. You can see Kayla just not quite able to get the puck in, and we're not sure. I don't think it crossed the line. I think Kayla had that one in the end when the referee lost sight of it. So with 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go by the time the puck is dropped, you can see the West Australian Quokkas moving right up on that face off the D, getting very confident indeed. And then unfortunately for Zirks losing a footing, but it didn't matter because the puck wasn't coming. Cleared out of the zone though was Robertson. Robertson's got 3 black and yellow bodies surrounding her, but as a result there was a loose player in McAllis, but the pass couldn't come across. McAllis now going in to pick it up behind the net, tries to put the puck into the slot, but is surrounded by too many yellow and black jerseys. It's been the story of the night really. The Quokkas just too quick for the Shanialators. Chance there though for Bosman, couldn't quite get onto it. Puck came across through the slot. She had a great chance. Nice play by Bosman. Now the puck up high and cleared out of the zone. Hudson though keeps it in. It deflects off the back of her. I don't know if she necessarily knew that she touched it, but kept the puck in regardless. It doesn't matter how you do it. Robertson now trying to do something constructive, but the puck comes out. And we have a call for what looks like a penalty on Zooks, and Zooks will sit 2. Just waiting to see what that one was for. Looks for a high stick. Zooks will sit 2 for high stick, giving the Shanialators the power play with 8 minutes to play. Can they get a goal with a numerical advantage? Coming back onto the ice for them, Robertson. I'll tell why. Jamesis coming onto the ice. So they've got an extra player on the ice now, the Shanialators, compared to the Quokkas. All the Quokkas need to do is dump the puck down the other end, and that's exactly what they do. Send it all the way to Moe. So the Shanialators have to go and pick it up. As racing back to get it until the Jennings. She looks up ice, tries to find options. Looking for movement. Longhouse now gets around the check of Antil. Longhouse now chips it past everyone. Looks like the plan is to do a dump and chase. But going back to pick it up is Forward. Forward looks up ice for the Quokkas. Tries to clear it, doesn't. Bounces up and hits the net though. And what that does, of course, is the clock will continue to tick and the penalty will run down. We're not into stop time, and this game, unless the Quokkas score at least 4 goals, so unless the Shanialators score 4 goals in the next 7 minutes, we won't go into stop time in this game. So the Quokkas will be quite happy just to keep running the clock down. They don't need to do anything. They've got a commanding lead. They send the puck down now as going to pick it up now is Jennings. Jennings with a lot of space in front of her. Will she pass it or skate it? She passes it up, trying to find a friend, and does. The Shanialators will just chip it in, hoping that the little bouncer will get past Watson and gets to her at least. Not much on it, but sometimes those tricky bouncers can do weird things. Comes up to the point for the Shanialators, who fire a slapper into the slot, but it doesn't get through anything. Jamesis now has the puck in the corner, being pressed tightly as the West Australian defence holds the slot area quite nicely. Fiona Bueller there just gets pushed out of the way. And clearing the puck all the way down, and it actually turns into a shot almost on the net. Nice clearance by the West Australians to get the puck down the other end and turn the Shanialators around. They don't need to put much pressure on them. Again, they have a 5-goal lead with 6 minutes to play. The Shanialators looking a little bit lost, not quite sure what to do with the puck. Bueller throws the puck away. And now the West Australians back to full strength. Sux makes the race straight across to the bench. Can't help but think that might have been useful for her to get on the ice, as their change is a little slow, but I guess they don't need it at the moment. Still good habits and all that. Puck now being played up by the Shanialators to clear the zone, waiting for themselves to get onside the Quokkas. They've now got 5 as Lieber skates around. Has a lot of room in front of her. She could skate with it if she wants, and she sees the chance. Goes wide. Gets a shot across the front of the net. The puck bounces off Kayla. Kayla has to move around quickly as Lieber gets another shot across. Tried to find Parker. Parker well marked in the slot though, and now the puck comes out, but only as far as the very attentive stick of Stenval, who will dump the puck back in. And we have a whistle for probably an offside by the look of it. Although I'm not quite sure exactly what that one was for, but I think they're calling it an offside. And we will have, with 5 minutes now to play, if the Shanialators can score a goal a minute, which can be done. Maple Leafs are lost from here. Here come the Quokkas up the side. It's Parker dumping it in. Comes in, picks up the wrap, gets the overlap, has a bit of room, tries to get onto a forehand. Is driven into the corner by Hudson. Hudson has to slam on the brakes. Picking it up now, Clark. Clark gets the chip across, looking for Parker. Sorry, looking for Labour. Labour still sitting in the slot. No, it's Nab. We'll get there eventually. The puck is driven out of the zone, and Stenval gets a pass across to Parker this time. But Parker beaten through the puck there. Bosman gets a bit of room. He's driven into the corner. Bosman gets a shot on the net. It goes wide though, and it's seen harmlessly into the corner as Watson saw it go past. A nice piece of play there by Bosman. Bosman has certainly been good for the Shanialators so far this game. Made some good chances. Coming back the other way in a hurry is Clark. Clark puts the puck into the corner. She's got 2 players racing to the puck. One in Parker. Comes across, misses both of them. Nab just gets it caught in her feet and keeps it in the zone. Bosman tries to clear it up the boards. The puck will come past, and it gets past Stenval. Stenval still trying to pick the puck and dumps it in once more. Puck goes behind the net. Shanialators get possession, looking to play it up the ice. Comes across though. It's picked up by DeBortley, who runs into the check of Clark. Labour gets in the way as well. And now the Quokkas come back again once more. But Jennings is going to get to the puck first. Has a little bit of time. Looks up the boards. Doesn't clear the puck out though. Unfortunately for her, Braun was in the way. Puck ridden across the other side. Skating in now to contest it was Mikulski. But the Shanialators will clear the puck out of the zone just through Jamesis. Jamesis trying to put more pressure on, but runs into a wall of black. It's been the story of the night, unfortunately, for the Shanialators. Olofsson running into Longhouse, who's got to stick down ferociously on the ice and trying desperately to defend things. To Bordley now clears the puck out of the zone just on 2.5 minutes now to play. Quokkas trying to get another one. Shanialators trying to get one. So blasting through now to contest the puck, but beaten to it was Jamesis. Sorry, it was Jamesis, but the Shanialators dump it in. But Longhouse will pick it up. Longhouse with a bit of room. Tries to skate wide, runs out of room very quickly as there's 2 black bodies in the way. Runs into Anthill, who just holds the ground. And says, "You're not getting through me." But it's picked up in the end by Douglas. Douglas pays cross ice. Very lucky that Anthill didn't get a stick on that one. Bueller with a pass across trying to find a connection, but it's picked up now by Anthill, who goes into the corner. Gets it on a forehand. Tries to get a shot across the side, but the puck is plucked out of the air by Lily Kayla. and no goal. But some nice enterprising play there by Anthill. I can't help but think that Anthill's been holding a fair bit in reserve throughout this game. Centre very, very effective in the first game that she played. They do have another one later this evening, so it'll be interesting to see. No, I tell a lie, they'll be done for tonight. They can go home and have a snooze. Shanialators trying to clear the puck out of the zone. 1 minute and 35 seconds to play in the third. Puck comes up high. It's picked up by Savidis. Wrap around attempt by Anthill. Anthill has another go. Kayla in the way. Anthill now looks up for options. Tries to find McNabb. McNabb left it in the end for Coe. Coe puts it up high. The puck's loose. Lily Kayla gets enough on it to stop it. Anthill was in a good place for it, but Kayla made it safe. 1 minute and 5 seconds to play. By the time the puck is dropped, it will be under a minute to go in this third game of the evening. There's two more after this. We will be seeing after this game the Hidden Gems will play the Stingrays, and then the Melbourne derby of the evening will be the Reds and the Furies. Saleh clears the puck up, but it's kept in beautifully by Savidis. Puck in deep. 40 seconds to play in the period in the game. Racing in now to contest it, Jennings and McAllis. McAllis tries to clear the puck out of the zone. It's picked up by Forward. Forward winds, gets a slap shot. It deflects inboard from one of the Shanialators, who very nearly turned that into an own goal. It wasn't going to go in, but the deflection very nearly changed that. As now Parker skating around looking for Nab, being pressured. She's trying to get the puck across, but Nab sitting high, Clark sitting low. Clark runs into a body and loses her footing. You skate backwards into someone by not looking where you're going. That's going to happen sooner or later. But the referee's going to call a penalty on that one. But it's not going to matter because it's the end of the game. At the end of the game, Shanialators 0, Quokkas 5. So the Quokkas maintain their unbeaten record so far. Their first game, they beat the Furies 3-0. The second game, they beat the Gems 4-0. And they've just beaten the Shanialators 5-0. So doing very well indeed, the Quokkas from Western Australia. The contest between them and the Reds will be fascinating. And indeed, the contest between them and the Central Coast Stingrays will also be one that we're very much looking forward to seeing. We'll be back with you at